Chariots, welcome back to my channel for another pick a card reading that I have for you today. Today's reading being messages from your person. All right, so we're going to dive in and I'm going to see what messages come through from your person using tarot and oracle cards, and we'll see what it is that Spirit wants you to know most at this time. All right. Before we get started, though, I just want to mention that my Etsy shop is open for private readings. I do have the link in the description box below. So if you are interested in a more personal reading, please click on the link and you can go see what readings I have available at this time. I've been pretty much been able to restock and keep things going. All right, so you can check that out. And then just a wonderful thank you to my continuing subscribers that have always been here supporting me, and my new ones that have just joined as well. It's nice to have you here. This is a very warm, welcoming, and accepting little community. The energy is here to make you feel positive and make you feel uplifted. All right. So that is my goal. And I hope that's working for you at this time. All right, so I'm excited to get started and see what's coming through this reading. I have to tell you, when we're talking about connecting with spirit, I just had one of those wonderful moments. How the owl is always an important symbol for me. So I took things one step further last night and I literally said, you know what, Spirit, show me an owl with orange in it, an orange owl, if I'm on the right track here. And sure enough, I will post the owl picture on my community page when I get a chance. But, I said that almost not joking, but thinking, what owls are orange out there? None that I was aware of. So when you see the picture of what I first saw this morning, I just had to laugh out loud. And it just put me in this very vibrant, uplifting energy. So I'm very grateful and thankful for that. And it's just something that I wanted to share with you as we get started. So I do have 3 piles for you today. We're looking at oracle cards from the Whispers of Love deck. All right, and here are your choices. So for pile 1, we have Treasure Your Loved Ones. And let me see if I can bring this up further so you can see. All right, so take a look at that card and see if you're drawn to this one. That'll be pile 1. Pile 2, we have this card here, Love Who You Are. All right, and this is going to be your reading. And at pile 3, this is going to be your reading here. This is called the Union of Hearts. So take a look at these 3 piles. All right, you may be drawn to more than one pile, and that's perfectly fine. That means that there's messages in the other piles you may need to hear. And if none of them is resonating with you, if what I'm saying does not connect with you, it doesn't resonate with your story, your situation, that's perfectly fine. It's okay. All right, you can kindly back out and just realize that the reading is not meant for you. You can go check out one of the many other videos that I have uploaded on my channel, or you can go beyond and check out the other amazing readers that we have out there. There's so many. They each have their own unique way and their unique experience. I love being in this community with them. Okay? So my chariots, why don't you pick your pile and I will see you at your reading. Hello, Pile 1. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is messages from your person. So we're going to dive into tarot and oracle cards and see what messages I get, what comes through, what I feel, what it is that Spirit wants you to know at this time regarding your person. All right. So before we get started, let's just take that moment to put ourselves in a quiet place So pile one, if you can take in a deep breath for me. And just be still for a moment. Settle your mind. Focus. I am looking for my intuition. My intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And I trust my intuition always. All right, so when I look at this beautiful card here, treasure your loved ones, pile one. All right, this is the card that you chose. Right? It is important to love others deeply. And the first message that I feel that's coming through is how much your person really loves you and how much they cherish or they have cherished your experience. All right. When you see this card, look at how these hands hold this mother and child. So I feel like there's some experience here that they're holding in the palm of their hands, and it's like they're protecting this, and that's how I feel they feel when it comes to the emotions that they have for you. I feel like they're very protective and they hold on to this very tightly, and I feel like they keep it close to their heart. So one of the first messages that I'm feeling is how much they love you. I feel like they love you very deeply, and that they cherish the experience and the time that they were able to have with you. All right, that's the first message that's coming through. I'm looking here just for a sign. I see these, it looks to me, these remind me of morning glory flowers, right? And morning glories, I don't know if you ever had them, but I remember we had them growing up as a child. And I remember I planted them from a seed packet. And these things, once they started growing, it's one of those flowers that just bloom all over the place and will take up, a whole entire fence or a vine or whatever, you're growing them from. They just grow so fast. So I just feel that, this is a love that really grew for them. And maybe it grew rather quickly, maybe it grew really fast and it's something that they weren't expecting. And when you also look at this picture here, you have like this dew droplet from the flower, and inside there is the world, and even though we're all connected, again, like this world, I feel this world that they experienced with you is something that they cherish very deeply. All right, so now let's take a look at some tarot and see what messages we have from pile one's person. Pile one, this is a very beautiful energy. That card also I wanted to mention is number 10. So that number may mean something to you, but 10 represents that wheel of fortune. And I do feel that this is something that your person feels passionately about, as far as, they feel that there was a fate and a destiny to this connection. There was a reason why the two of you met, regardless of your situation and if you are together or not together at this point in time. The whole point of this message that's coming through is just how much they were able to cherish, how much they're able to cherish what they were able to experience with you. And for each of you, that may be very different. I do feel that there was a lot of growth here between the both of you, because I just feel the growth and, and the lushness of the flowers that surround the set of hands here. So a lot of growth. And for some of you, I feel that you're very much, a message comes through. It's coming through that you are a great wonderful mother, this mother with this child, and the light that shines so brightly. It's almost like there's this like halo that sits over the top of you. So I do feel like your person would want you to know that they just felt a very positive, uplifting experience with you. All right, so let's see what else. So we have the Hierophant. Feel your person learned a lot from you, and they want you to know that. I feel that they see you as very nurturing, very compassionate, and very gentle. We have the Queen of Cups here. The Queen of Cups is all about this nurturing, healing feeling. All right. So there's something very healing about you. You can also be an intuitive. You can be a light worker yourself. You can be an empath. There's something here when it comes to your emotions and the way you pick up on things. In fact, there's a feeling coming through here from your person that, you taught them how to maybe open their emotions a little bit more. You're teaching them how to love in a different way, even though you may not know that or realize that, because I feel like they realize what you offered them here. The way I look at this Queen of Cups, I feel like you offered your heart to this person. All right. You offered your love. You offered your emotions. And I feel that your person wants you to know today that that did not go unnoticed. All right. Despite the way things might be now, that did not go unnoticed. And because of that, I feel that they are learning things. They are taking those steps to learn things, to see things from a higher perspective that I don't know if they did before. The Four of Pentacles is here. The Two of Wands. And the Two of Cups. Wow. So, this shows me, the Four of Pentacles is all about a card. I'm sorry, it's about a card of control, holding on, not wanting to let go, not wanting to give up on something. And I do feel, look, just the way that this Oracle card is holding, this moment, these memories, right, in the palm of the hand. Here comes this Four of Pentacles, and I feel like they're with their hands, they're still holding on to this connection. So I don't feel, that they have let go of this. There's this message here that's coming through that they are not letting go of this connection. All right. And that may seem selfish, but this is something that I feel like they're going to hold on regardless of what's going on in your 3D material world. I feel with the Two of Wands here, there's a message coming through that they, I'm sorry, I was stopped. They think about you all the time. And there's this message coming through here that they wish that they had more confidence. They wish that they had more confidence in taking the reins of what needs to be done here. I feel with the Two of Cups that that's referring to some sort of choice that perhaps that had to be made. Okay, because there's this opportunity for this beautiful new love, and I feel that your person did not make that choice. All right, they did not choose you. And I also should mention, I feel here with the start of the Hierophant, the end of the Two Cups, it's very possible that by the time that you met this person and you were offering this heart, this cup to them, they were already in a long-term situation. It's possible that they were already in a higher commitment, such as marriage. And that is why they could not accept this cup from you. Otherwise, I feel they would have taken it in a second. And it's something that was very emotional for them, right? I see this ship, right, that's out to sea in this Queen of Cups, and I feel like there's this feeling like You know, they see you as this ship that they weren't expecting to sail into their life. The Nine of Pentacles, the Queen, King of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Page of Cups, and the Lovers. My goodness, what strong energies are coming through. With the bottom of the deck being the Nine of Swords, yeah, I do feel like, you know, there's anguish here, okay? There's anxiety, there's sleepless nights that I feel that have occurred with your person, because I feel that they know that this is, you know, with the Seven of Swords here and the Four of Pentacles, they're holding on to what they possibly can, because I feel like this is a missed opportunity for them. You know, I talked about this boat earlier, but yet I feel like they missed that chance to get on that ship. Right? Something happened here. I feel like they were called to make a practical decision, because the King of Swords is showing up. Now, this is Aquarius energy, the King of Swords, but this is all about truth and it's about clarity. But when this king shows up, usually that's a sign for me that someone had to take the approach of making a more practical decision than going ahead and making a decision with their heart. So, you know, this was a head versus heart. You know, you're looking at King of Swords, Queen of Cups. It can't be any clearer to me than that. Head versus heart. That happened here. And with the Nine of Pentacles clarifying the Hierophant, yeah, I almost feel like there's this situation like your person is literally bummed out because I feel that they're not free. All right, because the Nine of Pentacles, which represents this beauty, which I feel they see in you. I mean, I feel like they see you as just um, this amazing beauty that has entered their life. And yet at the same time, the Nine of Pentacles, you know, is all about enjoying the fruits of your labor. It does represent freedom and independence. So I'm feeling here that your person would need to be free in order to actually move in on this situation. And because of that, they're not and they can't. All right. But they sure do dream about it with the Page of Cups and the Two of Wands here. And then look at this, the Lovers and the Two of Cups are here. So this is showing me the anxiety that's occurring because this is such an intense connection that exists between the two of you. And then we have the beautiful angel here showing me the spiritual connection that is going on. This is Gemini energy. All right. So we have the spiritual angel here, and then look, even with the lion, and we have the angel wings here. So I feel like there's something very spiritual that exists between the two of you. The Page of Cups, I feel like, you know, whenever I see this Page of Cups in this deck, it reminds me of just this childlike feeling. And with the fish here, there's a lot of imagination and there's a lot of fantasy and there's a lot of dreaming. And same with that Two of Wands. There's a lot of dreaming and thinking about what it would be like if they could actually be with you, right? Like the wheels are turning where they think about what it would be like, but yet, you know, in this present energy, I feel that they can't, because there's a choice here, and I feel that they're with someone else, to be honest. So let's see, let's clarify a little bit more. Something about an amusement park here. I don't know if that resonates with anyone. But I feel like there's almost that joy if the two of you were to go to some type of amusement park or carnival together, you know, just that feeling of being free and young and being able to do what it is that you want to do. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords here. Wow, we have the Star, the Four of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. Your person really dreams and thinks about this connection. I do feel with the Two of Wands showing up here twice that there is some sort of distance that occurs, and your person feels like, there's a big clock here, and I feel like they're worried almost about, they feel like time is running out, and it could just be because they feel like time in this lifetime is running out for them, and they're not going to be able to experience what they were hoping to. They miss you. They're very saddened and they miss you very much. This Five of Pentacles here, clarifying the Two of Wands and the Page of Cups. There's this feeling of being left behind, feeling left out in the cold. All right. They miss you deeply. And they're very quiet. They're very quiet right now with this Four of Swords. I feel that the two of you are in a no contact situation for the most part, or very limited conversation that goes on here. And yet your person knows deep down with this Star card here, this is Aquarius energy. They know, they really just have this deep sense of knowing what you mean to them. And you may come back or you may say, oh, I don't believe you because they didn't do this and they didn't make this choice. I'm telling you from an emotional standpoint, they value what they have experienced with you, regardless of what the environment is right now. And perhaps they had to make these decisions and be more practical and logical about it because there's responsibilities here that I feel like your person needs to answer to. All right. But overall, they see you as this beautiful inspiration. All right. And yet there was this deep also that I feel like a heavy chemistry that exists between the two of you. They saw you as that shining star, this shining light, and that's how they continue to see you right now and how they move forward. I do feel with the Queen of Swords here, I feel that they regret almost not having a conversation with you on what would happen if they would have taken the steps to be free and to be single. I feel like they look back and think about that as well. All right, so let's get some messages, more messages, I should say. I'm using my Chariot Soul Tarot deck today, and let's see what comes through. I love the way you make me laugh, and that makes me think of this Page of Cups here. There's such a light-hearted energy. It's hard for me to open up. I am working on it. You don't fear my darkness, and it scares me. I'm sorry it has taken me so long to gain clarity. I was juggling too much and I didn't put you first. I'm sorry. Wow. And on the bottom of the deck, you have no idea how hard it was to walk away. Beautiful reading. All right, let's close out. Going to get one from Wisdom Oracle. And then let's just get a message from the mermaids here. Let's see what comes through in regards to this connection. Since we're talking about messages, message from the mermaids. Trust. Trust. So I feel that, and then on the bottom of the deck is go with the flow. So I feel like your person right now is really going with the flow. pile one, and they are just trusting and believing that, they're very thankful for what time they were able to have with you, Um, they're filled with abundance right now, is what I'm feeling. And then a final card here from Wisdom of the Oracle. For pile one, please. Spirit. All right. Wow, Between Worlds. Card number 3. And 3 represents that Empress power, all right, that we're talking about. Being between two worlds, I feel like, that's where your person is. They really do cherish you in this spiritual world. So what I'm feeling basically is that, they know who you are. They understand you in the 5D, and it's the 3D that they're struggling with right now because of different priorities that are part of their life that they feel like they can't just walk away from. All right, so I'm going to leave the reading here. I hope it resonated with you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 2. All right, you chose this card here, Love Who You Are, for the reading today, which is messages from your person. So we're going to take a look at tarot and oracle and see what comes through, what messages Spirit wants you to know most today. All right, but before we get started and we do that, let's just take that moment to focus and to go within. So pile 2, if you can take in a deep breath for me now. And just go within. I want you to be still for a moment. Quiet your mind. I am looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most at this time. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And I trust my intuition always. All right, so pile 2, you chose this card here, Love Who You Are. This is from Whispers of Love Oracle. And, the first message that is coming through from your person is, and I know this is hard to hear, but it's not you, it's me. And when you look at and you really study this card, and I feel the energies that are associated with it, this is someone that's struggling right now to love themselves. So I feel that the first message that, needs to come through is that you need to know that it wasn't you that ruined anything or messed anything up or caused anything. This is something within your person's wheelhouse, what they're struggling with right now. And I feel that they're struggling very much in sort of getting a handle on there's just this sense of things are sort of vortexing out of control right for them right now, and it's when I look at this ship, it's like your person is in this 3D material world, and I feel that, they're on this ship, but things are just, the seas are rough. The seas are rough, and they feel that they need to do this alone for some reason. And because of that, this card is number 8, and it's calling for strength. All right, that's Leo energy. It's calling for strength here. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. And the reason why they're struggling is because they are having trouble with simply loving themselves. All right. They are in a tough situation where there's something here due to a lack of self-worth, okay, value, esteem, but uh, they're not loving themselves and they feel very alone and they feel like they're on this ship, that they're in the middle of this experience and that they're all by themselves. What's sort of sad is if you can look closely and when you look around and you see what surrounds this, there's all these things that represent peace and harmony. And I feel like your person just does not see it. It's like they almost only understand chaos or they only know how to move through chaos and that there's only conflict here, but all these little pictures depicts different things that just bring joy or happiness, peace and comfort. There's rainbows here. I feel like there's children playing and building a sand castle. I feel like there's an angel here. Like there's all these different things, and yet your person isn't even faced in that direction. They're completely turned in a different direction, trying to fight this storm. It's like your person's in this storm and they're trying to fight through it. So the first message that I got with this card is, it's me, it's not you. And I feel that you need to understand that it wasn't anything that you personally did. It's where this person is in regards to their life. Okay. And right now that is chaos. There's conflict and feelings of being overwhelmed. Excuse me. Something's going on there. All right, so let's take a look. Pile 2, messages from your person. What else does pile 2 want you to know? Ooh, this one's flipping out. Knight of Wands. I feel that, they want you to know that there's just instability in their life right now. There's cactus here. I don't know if cactus has any meaning to anyone. The Page of Swords. Judgment. The Three of Pentacles. And the Five of Wands. So yeah, they're, they want you to know that they're sorry that they're in and out of your lives constantly. When I look at this woman representing the Knight of Wands on a motorcycle, it's just showing me the instability of your person. It's showing me how I feel that they come in and out of their life whenever they feel that they can, even though I feel that they can't give anything that with stability at this time. I feel that they want you to know that they're watching you, that they do keep an eye on you. There's something here with your legs. All right. I feel like they're fascinated by your legs or seeing you in red. But I feel that it's not that they're not interested in you. I feel that they're just being extremely hard on themselves right now. We have this card of judgment, but I feel that they are the ones that feel judged, because of whatever is going on in their environment. They just feel very judged and criticized at this moment. And they don't like it because it makes them feel uncomfortable. They want me to tell you that they feel like you've moved on, that you've turned your back on them with this Three of Pentacles here. So you may be collaborating with others. You may be seeing another person. You could just be collaborating. It's teamwork with hanging out with other friends, but they feel the truth is, and this is how they are feeling it, that you've turned your back, and that you've basically moved on. All right. And it just leaves them with a lot of conflict. All right. And that's not to say that, this has anything to do with you. I'm telling you what I feel, what is going on in their wheelhouse. And it's because they're going through this, uh, you know, the judgment card for me is always a card about a spiritual awakening. It's number 20, but that reduces to 2 where we talk about duality, and it's always about having to make a choice. And I just feel that your person has not made the best decisions or choices in their life, um, which leaves them feeling uh, leaves them in this place where they feel that because of some of the poor decisions that they've made, they don't have a right to experience these types of things when it comes to loving themselves, like most of us do. So they don't feel that they're divine, that they're delightful, and that they're deserving of wonderful things happening to them. You know, they feel like this is their calling because of some of the choices that they've made in life. What else? The Five of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Sun, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. So they want you to know, pile two, that first of all, they understand that even though I said, they feel like that you've turned your back on them, they feel that they want you to know they understand why. They understand that, your happiness was at stake with the Sun card here. So, even though I feel that they're very saddened and they miss having you um, in their life, they would want you to know just how unfulfilled that they feel right now. And I feel that this unfulfillment is strongly because they refuse to kind of see the journey, the awakening that spirit has presented to them. They just don't see that. This is someone I feel who's basically asleep. All right. They're just asleep and they're moving on the surface level of things. Um, they want you to know that how deeply sorry they are because they don't have uh, the bandwidth within them to give to you the way you deserve when it comes to a relationship. They know that they didn't give to you like they should have. And they know that when they pop into your life, they only give you pieces and breadcrumbs, and they realize that. And even though that's all that they're capable of doing, I feel like they want you to know, Pile, too, that they live because of this, because of the way they hold themselves. They live a very lonely life, all right, which is very sad, in my opinion. It's almost like they've isolated themselves from wanting to experience any type of joy and happiness because of some of the issues that they had to deal with in their past. And because of that, there's overall energy here is the Nine of Wands, where they're this wounded warrior. And for me, it's like, well, they haven't quite given up yet on life, but yet they've created this wall, so they really are having a hard time in being able to be truly vulnerable and experience what's needed in order to compromise in a partnership and a relationship and have that equal give and take. They can't do that because they can't love themselves. So if they can't love themselves, then they're not going to be able to put that kind of love into you, which they know you deserve. All right. So with this wounded warrior, a lot of times comes this energy of denial. And I feel like they're just in this denial because they're not willing to accept and make the changes that they need to. And yet here we end with this Ace of Pentacles, and I feel like it's almost a cry for them in really wanting to experience something new in this material world, in this here and now. And yet this conflict that fills them prevents them from doing that. So let's see what else we can get. I feel like this is someone who prefers curves. So if your body is very curvy, hourglass type figure, that's something that they're very much into. The Three of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. On the bottom of the deck is the Star card, which to me is calling for a lot of healing from your person. Um, the Star card, Aquarius energy, that feeling of inspiration, that feeling of hope for the future. I do feel that there's an intense physical connection, and actually a lot of lust I feel that exists here within the two of you. I feel like your person really lusts after you. They would love to have this new physical beginning with you with this Ace of Wands. All right. Um, and yet in the same aspect, they see you as someone that's holding their own. So they would want you to know that. They want you to know that they see that, there's something like, I see you doing well. I see that you're holding your own. And they want that for you. They want you to be able to celebrate and be happy. We have the Four of Wands here. So if you're looking for that 1111 confirmation, here it is. All right. But what I'm feeling is that with the Ace of Wands and the Four of Wands here, they would love to physically unite with you. I'm not sure if you've actually been able to be physically intimate with one another, but I feel like there's this craving here. And they would love that, but then I feel what the problem is when it comes to the emotional side of things, this is where they struggle. And when it comes to this 10 of cups, that is that emotional fulfillment, reaching that level like happily ever after. They feel that they don't deserve that they shouldn't have this. So they withhold that, which tends to make everything else off balance. All right. Um, And there's almost a note here for some with the Three of Cups here and the way these cups are splashing together. I feel that perhaps for some of you things ended because your person was involved with some sort of toxic addiction. This could be representing alcohol here. And I feel that whatever that was, it destroyed the friendship that the two of you actually had. I feel that your person does actually think about the two of you someday starting a life together. I feel that it is in their mind, but yet there's this great struggle here because I feel like there's a lot of obstacles and adversities and challenges that need to be overcome here with your person personally, if that were to ever happen. All right, so let's get more messages here from the Chariot Soul Tarot. My Chariot Soul Tarot deck here. My love messages for pile 2. Would you take this leap of faith with me if I asked you to? We are not over. There is so much passion between us. Your impact on me is so profound. I know this connection is guided by the universe. And on the bottom of the deck, you are the best thing that ever happens to me. All right. And that may very well be the case, pile 2. Very much true. Now let's get some messages here from the mermaids, and then we'll close out with a wisdom oracle. Wow, trust. And that card came out in pile 1. Exactly. Oh, and then I wanted to look at the bottom of the deck. Trust and decisions. Decisions. Yeah, I feel like your person is being called to make decisions in their life that would be life altering, that would really change things. And they're kind of, refusing to do it. These decisions and sometimes the choices that need to be made are difficult because they pull you out of that comfort zone. And I feel that your person is afraid to be pulled out of their comfort zone. Even though they feel lonely and unfulfilled, at least they're used to that feeling. You see, sometimes it's hard for someone to change because even though they feel unfulfilled and they're in a vortex of this unraveling where it's chaos and conflict, they are used to that. So they'll stay there. And there's nothing you can really do about it, pile 2. Fork in the road. Yeah, your person is having a lot of conflict right now. You know, number 13, which represents that death card, transformation and rebirth that's really being called for in this situation. And I feel like your person just is kind of being stubborn. They don't want to do it. All right, and then on the bottom of the deck is Loyal Hearts, number 35. Now, these two owls, they represent a twin flame relationship for me, along with the Four of Wands here. So if you're looking for that confirmation, not to mention 35 reduces to 8, and that's the number that came through here to begin with, definitely you can be on that type of journey, especially the pain that I'm feeling that's coming through here. I think what's important for you to know, pile 2, is that you have to make your own decisions about your life. So take this reading and from the messages that I'm hearing from your person, you very much may be mirroring them in some way. where you need to sort of buckle down and make changes for yourself in order to live a more content life that you feel that you don't have at this moment. All right. So I'm going to leave the reading here, pile 2. I hope it resonated with you. Thanks for watching, and I will see you again at the next reading. Bye. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're asking Spirit about messages from your person. So let's see what comes through with tarot and oracle cards today. Now, I have to tell you, I'm having this tickle in my throat, so I hope I can get through this reading without interrupting too much. It started to come on in pile 2, but let's see if we can make it through. All right, so before we get started, let's just take that moment to ground ourselves into this present moment, this here and now. So pile 3, if you can take in a deep breath for me. And I just want you to be still for a moment, quiet your mind. I'm looking for my intuition to connect with yours so that I can bring you the messages that you need to hear most today. So I want you to say to yourself in your mind, I am connected to my higher inner power. And I trust my intuition always. So pile 3, you chose this card here, the Union of Hearts. All right. This is a beautiful card with beautiful energy. It's card number 28, all right, which reduces to 10, and that is the wheel. So the first message coming through from your person is they want you to know how they still feel very destined to be with you. All right, that's what I'm feeling. And even though that journey may be far away, where the two of you end up in physical unity, they feel very destined regarding that. I'm looking at this picture, and you have this beautiful couple, all right, that's intertwined, representing the tree, almost like the tree of life, and there's just a unity here. There is a oneness, there's a stillness between the two of you that you are both very much aware of. And when you look at the branches, the hair has created the branches for this tree from both. There's birds all throughout it, and those birds represent messages from spirit. So I feel like spirit's been here whispering to the both of you. And I feel that your person knows, and that's why they feel so destined. And that's one of the messages that they want you to know, that even though we might have this long journey until we end up physically in union, there's some sort of 5D union that I feel that already exists between the two of you. Underneath here, it says a love connection defies explanation. All right. So this is one of those situations that defies logic, which may be very troublesome for your person and may have been hard for them to understand. But now there's this feeling that's coming through that it's almost like they finally get it, like they're finally understanding what this connection is all about and what it is meant to be and what is it meant to represent, like what it represents to the both of you. All right. So let's take a look at tarot. Pile 3, messages from pile 3's person. I feel also that they see you. They want you to know that they see the abundance within you. There's something very fulfilling that they feel when it comes to your energy, pile 3. You know, there's within this energetic connection that the two of you have, the connection that you may have beyond 3D. I'm just looking because the part of the woman, the divine feminine energy here is just in the most beautiful, lush, vibrant flowers. Um, you know, there's this sense that they just feel in awe of you. So let's see. The Ten of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Emperor. Wow. You know, the first message that comes through that your person, pile 3, would want you to know is, I'm trying. I feel like they want you to know that they're trying super hard to focus on what they have going on in their environment. All right. I do feel for many of you, this is the person that you're thinking about is already in a relationship with someone else. You know, there's these pentacles here that stand out to me, the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, and that's showing me, you know, this is a symbol of something that is long term, something that's already set in place, you know, something that represents longevity in this material world that I feel that your person is responsible for, you know, and that could be a husband, a partner. They could have a family. They could have a high stress type of job that prevents them from being able to spare their time anywhere else. I feel that they want you to know that they've been focusing really hard. When I'm looking at this Four of Cups and it's this picture of this woman meditating, it's like your person is they're trying to focus with what they have going on, and yet, you know, there's still this part of you that's constantly with them that they feel, you know. I feel that they want you to know that they're sorry that they had to create these boundaries. I feel like they want you to know that they created these boundaries for fear of everything that could fall apart around them. And whatever this coin represents to your person, you know, whatever it is that they're holding here, that they need to take care of or keep secure or protect or be stable. You know, something there with the Emperor here, this is number 4. There's some sort of foundation that I feel is already in place with your person. They don't want that to crumble. So they want you to know that they're sorry. They're sorry that you came into their life at a time where they knew that they wouldn't make changes that were already existing. And I feel that though there's this want or need, there's many times where they feel that need of wanting to come to you, you know, wanting to come towards you. wanting to hold you in their arms. And I feel like it happens very spontaneously at different times for them. And I feel that it's that spontaneity that you both feel from, that 5D and above, because there may be times where you're totally just engulfed in something, not even thinking of them, and something just shows up, a sign or a symbol, or some story pops into your head out of nowhere. And I feel like this is the connection that the two of you have. I do feel that this is a group that they're very telepathic. So you speak to each other in other ways, especially if you cannot physically communicate with one another right now. And that a lot of times your person wants you to know brings them peace. And the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Page of Cups. That Page of Cups has showed up, I think, in both readings. The Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. I feel that there's a lot of well, first of all, I want you to know, your person wants you to know that they know, that you are their wish fulfillment. They know that. And they sure do fantasize, and they have a lot of dreams when it comes to you. I feel that it helps them stay, it helps them get through sort of like their day-to-day routine, the work that they have to do, either who they're working with, whether, they're collaborating with a family, their partner, again, in a high stress job. I feel like a lot of times they dream about you in order to escape the stress that they have to handle, or what it is that this emperor, this king has on their plate right now. But because of that, I feel it does pull them in a very emotional tug of war. There's a tug of war here where they're juggling, with this Two of Pentacles. They're not in balance with the skateboard. And that's because I feel that there's that pull where their head is in one direction and their heart is completely somewhere else in another direction. I feel with the Eight of Wands here and this Knight of Swords that they often think about coming towards you, but it's a very spontaneous, sporadic type of feeling. So there's a message here that they want to reach out, that they want to contact you, but then I feel like then they pull themselves back and they go in the other direction, and that's why we have this Two of Pentacles here. They're back and forth. It's almost like, they're conflicted. And we have the Five of Swords here, which is another card that shows me, there's there's other people that surround your person at this time that that's taking the attention from your person. And because of that, they're not able to give it to you. See if there's anything else. I feel with that Eight of Wands, I feel with this Knight of Pentacles, there's an airplane in the picture. There's this message that comes through that they want to fly towards you. So I'm not sure if you are in different countries, different states, but I feel like they would need to get on a plane to come see you. I feel with this Four of Cups, there's this message coming through, like when they are really stressed, and I've said this sort of already, this escapism, that they close their eyes and just envision what it's like to be with you in their, in their mind in order to escape some of the reality that they're dealing with. The Ace of Cups, the Page of Cups, the Four of Cups. So that's the second time the Four of Cups are here. They really want you to know the love that they have for you. Here's the Emperor again. So we have the Emperor coming out twice. There's this feeling that they definitely know coming through that they're your divine masculine, or vice versa. Take it how it resonates. But they see this as you being a divine counterpart. I feel that they love you unconditionally. The Nine of Pentacles is here. And on the bottom of the deck is the King of Wands. They're very focused. Their energy is very focused on you, pile 3. And it's intentional, all right? Because they feel that connection with you. It's a very uplifting connection. With looking at how these people are wrapped in their arms, it's just this feeling of, it's their getaway for feeling safe. And I do feel that there's this love that they have for you that's unconditional. It's very uplifting. It's very enlightening. And I do feel that sometimes they focus on it too much, that they forget what's going on in their surroundings around them. And I feel, some of you may be drawn to this card because you're really experiencing this high vibrational energy with your person in that 5D. But I feel like this is like Spirit's way of asking you to bring yourself down. You need to ground yourself more. This is calling for some grounding energy. All right. Enjoying the fruits of your labor in the here and now, calling you back to this present moment. It's okay to realize what occurs and what is going on in that 5D spiritual world, but we can't ever forget about what is going on in the here and now, this present moment, what we're right in front of, what we're dealing with at this very moment. So let me get you some messages from your person. This is for file 3. Would you give me a second chance? You have no idea how my life has changed because of you. Look at this. You calm me. And that's what I've been feeling for this whole this reading. There's just a sense of calmness here. I love flirting with you. I just want you to be happy. On the bottom of the deck, I want to experience life with you. And I feel that that's what they're often fantasizing about, what it would be like to experience life with you. All right. It would be a dream come true if they were able to have that. And again, as I said, they really believe in some way that you two are destined to experience this, even though I feel like the journey, is quite long until that happens. Now, while you're both on this journey, let's keep in mind you do not stop living and you don't just completely focus on this person. All right, this is what I'm talking about, pulling yourself back down onto this earth, grounding yourself into this reality, and focusing on the things that you need to focus on, living your life and enjoying, and living in joy and um, enjoying these moments until uh, divine timing finds this possible. Be spontaneous. And on the bottom of the deck, turn away. You know, it's funny because there's this feeling coming through that you feel like they turned away on you. And I feel that the message is here today, pile 3, is that reminder for you that they have not turned away. They have not forgotten about you. You're in a very special place, tucked away, you know, in their heart. You haven't really left their side. And yet at the same time, I feel that Spirit's asking you to step up here and be spontaneous with your life. I feel, you know, with these 2 4 of Cups, and there's 2 Emperors here, definitely, again, there could be things that you're both mirroring to one another. And I feel there's just a certain message coming through here for you where it's all right to have that hope that yes, um, if you know, that hope and that trust and the belief that the 2 of you will come together when it is meant to be. But until that time, that doesn't mean that you stop living. Yeah. So I'm going to take a final card here from Wisdom of Oracle. Let's see for pile 3 what we leave you with. Building blocks. Yeah. You know, I feel that you two will continue on your journey until you know, a new foundation is needed. The building blocks here to a foundation, and here 28. So we're ending with 2 28s, all right, which is again the fate and the destiny of the 2 28s coming out at the same time. That number can resonate with you. But I feel like, you know, right now, when it comes to life, you are in the middle of those building blocks of building something within yourself. Your person is building something for themselves, you know, to create the structure that will be needed one day for when the 2 of you come together. All right. And on the bottom of the deck, we leave with flexible, you know, and I feel like that's Spirit's way of saying be spontaneous, be flexible, live your life, enjoy life while you're traveling through on this journey. All right, my chariots. So I'm going to end the reading here. I hope it resonated with you. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to reading for you again soon. Okay, bye.